Okay, next thing. I'm really excited about this topic. Next topic is VR, virtual reality.
Ooh,
We heard about it growing up. We always
Saw it in movies.
Virtual reality. We had things like the Virtual Boy,
Virtual
which was
Boy,
a total
man.
piece of crap.
Was that the one
and-
that came over your eye?
Yeah,
Like
it's
the little red thing?
it's that you lean it. You actually set up on a table. You would lean into it and hold a controller and play games like Mario Tennis, and it's red and it would burn your retinas.
And then you have a
You'd
seizure.
go blind.
Then you
yeah.
have a seizure. Yeah, you're done. So
That's
virtual,
actually why Ryan is colorblind.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
where it
The
came from.
Virtual Boy, man.
Yeah.
Everything is red.
So the Virtual Boy was our generation. You grew up and you're like, oh man, virtual reality, and then it kind of went away. You just never thought it was going to happen. Like they'll never do virtual reality. It's totally abandoned.
Right.
And now it's here. Like now, literally, if you wanted to be virtual reality, you can go out and pick yourself up a couple options. You got the Oculus Rift, you got the HTC Vive, you got the PlayStation VR coming out, which is coming out just for the PlayStation, of course. You got the mobile VRs. You got Samsung's got a headset you can click your phone into. Microsoft, they got HoloLens thing coming out. I saw
Promising.
It's promising. It's still in developer phase right now.
Yeah.
Oculus Rift you can go buy right now if you can get your hands on one. So the question is it here to stay? Is it like hey, this is going to be the new big thing, or like 3D TVs, man? Those things went away real quick.
They sure did.
If you bought a 3D TV like my grandpa
Almost
did,
as fast as the
Oh.
curved
The curved
TV.
TV.
yeah, the curved TV. The curved TV's still out there. You still
That's
but
Sam's.
yeah, it's Sam's,
Yeah.
right?
Pack
But-
of 3.
Exactly, right? So, but who wants to pay $3,000? You know what I'm saying? And that's another point with the VR is the price point of this new technology always so high that you're never able to get it into consumers' hands to mess around with it in time for people like, hey, I really like this, or like,
Right.
oh, VR, I can't afford it. And by the time it's affordable, you're like, nah, I'm good. It's the same thing in 3D TVs. By the time they became affordable, people were like, I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all set.
So what do you think? VR, is it something that's here to stay?
as
The different
as
types
much
of
as you want to
VR?
watch Shrek 3
Yeah.
in
Right.
3D. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it. So what do you guys think?
I think the price point really is tough, and especially for VR, because VR is something you have to experience to get it.
Exactly.
The Xbox One, you can watch some gameplay footage,
Yeah.
and that can blow your mind,
Mhm.
and you can see, okay, I've
Sold.
got to move from the 360 to the One.
Right.
You can understand the hardware that they can do, larger levels and more people on screen. But VR is just something. It's that intangible. You got to be there. You got to see it.
Right.
You got to see how the tracking is.
here's a video of somebody doing VR.
Right, exactly.
It's a guy
Look how
wearing
excited he is.
Weird
He's so
thing.
happy.
Now, the videos I've seen, I got to tell you, are intriguing to me. Like the
Yeah.
guy who was literally he's a grown man. He's on a roller coaster one, and somebody went and gave him like a small push as he was watching it, and freaks out in the mall, like laying on the ground, like scared.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying he was dead.
No,
Died. He's really old.
He's dead, man. But I think may that man rest in peace who died on the mall floor playing the VR. But IGN put out a video today. It was in their Snapchat of people playing a scary VR game, and they're losing their minds. Like they're playing a scary. They're laying on the ground screaming in terror, grown men, and you go, yeah, you do have to really experience it.
Yeah.
To go there, but do you think it's here to stay? Or yeah, personal opinion, I'm with you. Price point's too high. You don't know unless you try it. I mean, if you put out,
Sure.
if you're in stores and they go, hey, try out this Oculus Rift, yeah, I think you'll sell some because you'll put it on. And especially, and I'll say this, and I'll end with my point on this: if you can turn some really good, well-known, if you can make a really good Call of Duty VR game,
Yeah.
you will sell them like crazy. If it's like
Hotcakes.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, you ain't never gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? So
There'll have to be some.
Hey, man.
There may be a market for that.
I spent
There
a lot of
may-
hours on that game on PC,
Okay.
man.
There may
Great.
be a market for it.
but your heart, but your
Dropping
heart,
people in the water so they
you're-
drown? That doesn't
you're-
get much better. man.
what is
You can with VR.
Yeah, you
You
can.
can do it, man.
I can do it with my hand. With VR,
All right, then.
You can watch the light leave their eyes
man.
right in front of you.
I can literally kill people with my hands. Well, if you have the HTC Vive, you can kill people with your
Yeah.
hands. Because
Right.
every other HTC Vive, you can use your hands and you can see your.
So
That's a
cool.
great
so,
segue.
so awesome.
Half the-
Thank you. Thank you.
Nailed it.
We segued from killing people, but with the HTC Vive,
You can really kill
you can really feel their neck crack under your pressure of your hands.
I haven't seen
whoa,
that
whoa,
commercial
whoa,
yet.
whoa,
Sorry.
whoa.
Whoa, did we go too
I was
dark
just-
there?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly,
Apologies to anybody out there who's had their neck cracked under the pressure.
The HTC
and then watching this
sponsorship is
podcast, we
coming.
love you guys. We love
Yeah.
you guys.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Honestly, I think that you're big. You guys are gonna look at me super weird, super funny when I say this. But like that. I think honestly, the biggest breakthrough audience you're going to have with VR are games like The Sims.
Okay. No,
I
no,
could definitely see that.
yeah. I can see that.
What do they call that genre? Like that Second Life genre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see that.
I see people who play like The Sims and The Sims 2 religiously.
My mind has gone to a very dark place, but I can totally see Second Life people being the ones who love this VR stuff.
I understand that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the Second Life thing is already it's already a little weird. No
Yeah.
offense if you're into Second Life.
Forget it. You guys are weird.
No offense.
Hey,
no
man.
offense
Hey, man.
to people
Hey,
who like
come on.
Second Life.
Hey,
I played a little Sims.
What?
I played a little Sims back in the day. You know, on the on the computers at Mosey, right?
Oh, yeah.
On
Oh,
the
yeah.
public library computers
that's
at
our
Mosey.
that's our local
Science
Exploring Museum, yeah.
Industry
I
Museum.
was too
But,
busy with RuneScape, man. That's
Oh,
what I
that's
played
so
it.
good.
by the way, just quick, I'm so sorry, off topic since we're talking about Mosey. Did any of you guys who grew up in Tampa, go to the Yu-Gi-Oh battles at Mosey?
Oh yeah, man.
I mean,
Obviously,
we're
the
related,
Easterlings all went.
but
And I grew up in the Pokemon age.
Oh,
man,
okay. All right.
so
Sorry.
I was at
Little off
Barnes
topic.
and Noble.
Oh, I grew up. I was too cool to play card games based
Were
on
you?
Magic.
were you?
cool.
You didn't
Okay.
play sports either, so what'd you do?
Oh.
Back to VR. I
But honestly, I think that's going to be your biggest
yeah.
audience.
Okay, I'm with you. What about? So how do you satisfy hardcore gamers though? How do you get the hardcore gamers to buy it? What do you
Because
do?
nobody wants to have to really work while they play video games.
Right.
If it's fully immersive and you're moving, you don't want to play Call of Duty for
This-
4 hours.
hey,
Right.
I mean, even just holding your hands up,
This is true.
playing the Wii.
Yeah.
After a while, like doing that kind of stuff, you're like, okay, like boxing. Like, I want to sit down.
Like, come on, if I was going to do that, I'd go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I would love to. And next week we would definitely put Nintendo on the podcast because I would definitely love to talk about their new console and what they're going. Because I will echo that and go. Nintendo for me messed up with motion controls. It was really fun to Wii Bowl
Yeah.
for like a month, and then you're like, oh man,
Until you broke your TV.
yeah. But you're like, oh god, I always want to sit down and play a game. They literally ported Call of Duty 4 to the Wii. You guys remember this?
Yeah, yeah.
And you had like the gun, and you had to
Terrible.
like
Oh,
move
yeah.
it, and it
Wii
was
Zapper.
awful. You know, and
The
you
Zelda games, man, you actually had to pull the bow
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
You're like,
yeah.
man, get
I
out
mean,
of here.
they weren't accurate enough to do anything hardcore.
Yeah.
And you would hope the VR would be. It would have to be something more than just being able to turn your head and see. Because I just don't see. I mean, that's a $300 to $600 to $800 price tag.
It's
Yeah.
a lot for that.
You got to find a way that it really is worth playing that. And I think just having the
That's the
visuals
thing.
is not.
Is because either you're playing with the controller and you're just essentially you just have a TV on your face, and then it's just playing video
looks
games
funny.
at that point. But or you go to the HTC Vive and you have a little bit, but then you're always going to have that. You always kind of look like a weird string marionette
Yeah.
playing the games,
Right.
and you're always on rails. So because you can't, they haven't really mastered being able to like control yourself while
True.
also doing motion controls. But if you have like super nerd dudes like me who would love like the full like rig. I don't forget what it's called. They've got the full rig. Like you've got the gun and the
Oh,
thing. where
yeah,
you,
that was
you
it.
walk on the on
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
what I was going to talk about.
Super awesome.
Like,
But-
I don't know if this has a necessarily successful future. I mean, years down the road, I'm fine admitting I was wrong. But I really think the future of VR type stuff is within this thing called the Void, which we've talked about
That's it, yeah.
before.
Void, yes.
I just watched a YouTube video today to like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just got crazy stuff where you walk through. I mean, just watching it's a dude walking through the headset and a gun, like
It's that
through a
4D
maze.
experience.
But that's like exciting to me, and if that's something that's like $100 to go, I mean, I
Yeah.
can go 8 times.
I would
and
definitely
then,
go do
You
that.
know, 'cause that seems fun because you can do it
That's a
with
good point.
friends. Then you can really get immersed
and that's
in
and
something.
that's going to be at a much lower price point. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny is because go check it out if you're really interested. And I would, even if you're not interested, go check it out.
It's
I
awesome.
don't think it's thevoid.com, but just go Google the
That's
Void.
something else.
That may
The
be
Void,
bad.
yeah.
Be
Don't
careful.
go to that website.
You
Don't
can
stare into
YouTube
it.
the Void like experience,
the Void
and it comes
experience.
up. It's one of the
in
first
Salt
things.
Lake City right now. My buddy Adam Sutton is doing a documentary on the history of magic in cinema, and so he went to actually go interview the guy and got to go. He said it was absolutely incredible.
Can't wait to see that.
Dude, it is literally, for those of you who don't know, go check it out. They build actual mazes that you walk through, and they give you like a chest
Yep.
plate, and they give you a VR helmet. And you're walking through, and the game is mapped to the walls you're walking through.
Incredible.
And so you can lean up against an actual wall and look around. But
And they even have things that hang down. It's like you're walking through
cobwebs
vines
or whatever,
yeah.
or like they build like the alien tube and it shoots out actual CO2
Smoke.
Yeah.
like at you as it does in the game. And that to me, you put that experience anywhere in the U.S. and charge people $50 to play an hour of that, or
Absolutely.
let's say an easier price point, $30 to jump in an hour and you can put 10 people in a game or
Treat
whatever.
it like a haunted house
Holy
type of experience.
cow, dude!
Well,
You will be lined up around the
And
block.
another huge demographic you could hit is the paintball and airsoft guys. If,
Oh, yeah.
if I
Yeah,
could go
definitely.
into a map and play Halo VR, running around
dude.
with
Oh
with
my
my
gosh.
friends, shooting
Yeah.
each other with ARs and plasma rifles and stuff.
Like in real time.
all
Oh my
day.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
all day.
I think we were pretty disappointed in ourselves after about 2 minutes of running around. Like,
oh yeah, we'll be dead.
maybe we could just stand on opposite sides and not
Yeah.
move.
And then
Yeah,
we get to go to
That's
work.
true, but it would still be fun.
It's really fun to boost and clamber and all that kind of stuff in
Yeah.
Halo 5. Then we get there, we're like, guys, I'm gonna be over here behind the Warthog. Just give me a second here.
Honestly, for the VR, I think that it's going to be a bit of a fad. It's going to be the same way I think that 3D. The 3D went away really fast. 3D was here 20 years ago with all the, the multicolored glasses. That was a big thing. It's a fad. Until they can get it to the level where it's true VR, I just don't think that anybody's going to be that heavily invested.
Holodeck and
It'll be
Star
like
Trek.
like a Kinect for the Xbox, where it's
Right.
like a lot of people have it. It's got some
Right.
features, but not enough people are invested for them to actually develop for
I
it.
use that Connect now just to be lazy because I don't
Yeah,
want to.
that's
I don't want
it.
to. I'm like
Just
Xbox
like
turn on, Xbox turn off. I don't use it
Xbox
for.
play Rocket League for me.
Xbox.
Right, yeah.
Xbox make me a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
No, I was gonna say I wanted. I think it's a fad too, and I just wanted to not be like Sonic. Was it Free Riders or whatever it's called, Extreme Riders or something like that? That game was terrible on the Xbox Connect, and so
Oh yeah.
Was it? Did you control it like with your body?
you were supposed to, but it never.
Dude,
In theory,
there were a
in
couple
theory.
of Kinect games I were really excited about that never really panned out. That were really good. Number one was that Star Wars.
They had a
game.
Star Wars Connect game,
Connectimals?
right?
Star Wars
Yeah.
Kinect game.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
Connectimals. Shut your mouth, dude.
No, Connectimals is
Pet-
fantastic.
Tiger, man.
He's petting
Yeah.
pets in here.
You can actually pet
that
a
one
tiger.
and the Dragon Ball Z game. They had a Dragon Ball Z Connect.
What's Dragon
game.
Ball Z?
Okay, you know what?
You're out, dude.
I thought you were
Out.
cool, Will.
Just kidding.
This'll
Just
be
kidding,
the
man.
Tell me not playing Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Cut the tape.
So, but to wrap it up on the VR conversation, I will say yes, I agree. I don't believe VR will stick around because I don't know if they can tap hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Yes, they will keep it because we will buy it. If there's an experience that comes out, if you can play The Witcher in your living room,
Oh my gosh, yes.
in a VR experience, yes, you'll buy it, and it's got to be good. But
Right.
I think there are ways away from that, and I think the price point is too high right now for people to get invested. And nobody and people aren't going to invest in something that costs twice as much as your console.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yes, granted, Oculus Rift runs on computer right now. It's a computer.
Right.
You're not going to be able to plug it up to your Xbox 360 right now.
I would say one last thing for
or
me.
Xbox One.
One last thing for me on the VR subject is maybe the social ramifications of VR becoming more and more popular. And I say this as a married man who I play my fair share of video games when my wife is elsewhere in the house doing other things.
When she lets you.
This is a
No.
family podcast. before you go any
Understand this.
further
I'm not going there. I'm saying the social ramifications of me going, hey babe, I'm gonna go play some video games, strapping a TV to my face, like you
I
said.
mean, I get made fun of just for the headset right now. I can
Oh,
only
no.
imagine
Yeah.
if I've got gloves and this big rectangle on my head.
If anybody's ever
Honey?
seen it,
here. Honey, can I get a sandwich, please?
but I mean,
Ryan,
we
I need
la-
you to come pull close. Honey, hang on a second. I'm right in the middle of something. Hang on.
Or I'm
climbing
punching
Mount
somebody and
Everest.
she walks in the way. I mean, I'm
Oops.
sleeping on the couch for years.
Exactly.
Or she's sleeping on the floor. Right?
Or you're sleeping on a cotton gel. Man.
Wow, dude. Wow.
and we laugh and joke about it, but I'm sort of serious. Like, hey, honey, I'm gonna play some games now. Why'd you shut your door? It's like,
Well,
honey, I just don't want to see this.
you don't wanna see
you
it.
don't want to see
You
me
don't-
in my
You
room.
don't
want to see what's
gyrating, trying to whatever. Dude, playing the Kinect was bad enough.